enjoy what's on screen. 58 Live is the place to be for quality broadcast for you to see. They deliver prime coverage like Amazon. No matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself, let it have your attention. From the beginning you'll see what you would have hated to miss, and the recapable moment, so keep dropping the hits. Turn up the volume, grab your favorite seat, so sit back right now and enjoy what's on screen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a little bit of basketball. I'm Bo McMichael, brought to you with Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network. Craig, how you doing today, sir?
I'm happy to be here.
Hey, buddy. That's all you can ask for, the old happy to be here. We've got a great matchup. They're doing little introductions on the players, so we're not going to do too much of kind of messing that part up here. But we have one heck of a game ready for you to go here in Clayton County, Georgia. Once again, this is the Score 58 Network. Going to be a lot of fun across the board. But most importantly, we're going to go ahead and get started and kind of give the lowdown on what's occurring across the board here as we see the graphics here. I love when I say I see the graphics and the graphics don't come up. Oh, man, it's the best thing in the world when that happens. It's just kind of like, well, I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But talk to me about these two teams right now, how Forest Park and Lovejoy matches up here in Region 8 6A. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, right now, if you're looking at it, this is kind of the more things change, the more things stay the same.
I like that concept.
Lovejoy and Forest Park have been at the top of this region and the state in this classification for about 3 or 4 years right now, and it doesn't look like anything's going to change. Lovejoy's 7-2 right now and ranked 5th in Class 6A. Forest Park is 7-1, and according to this, their state rank right here is 22nd.
Right.
And right now, Forest Park is tied atop the region with Rockdale at 4-0. Lovejoy right behind them at 3-1 with I would say, a shocking defeat at Rockdale County High School earlier this year. So we're getting ready to get started with another Lovejoy Forest Park showdown, and it should be quite the affair tonight.
It should be very interesting, to say the least. Well, once again, sit back and enjoy yourselves. We're going to have a great basketball game. Throw out a little bit of bells and whistles with us, getting ready for some basketball. This is a doubleheader. We will turn over to the Jonesboro boys versus the Mundy's Mill Tigers here at 7:30. We've got a doubleheader here on the Score 58 Network. And stay tuned and getting ready for jump ball. And let's get started. Craig, I'm going to let you call all the shots, man.
All the shots.
All the shots, man. I mean,
there.
Get you an idea. Get you brushed off a little bit. I got the Pike County boys varsity coach with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So if there's a person to be able to give you some basketball insight,
it's not him.
I know, and that's what's important. To understand that I'm just giving somebody that don't be negative on yourself, old man.
Lovejoy comes out in a strange man-to-man look, where almost more like a boxing one, where they were face guarding one of the Forest Park players. And it's hard to see the numbers, and that is a nice dish inside.
I would say that in the sense of Forest Park numbers.
Yeah,
interesting jerseys.
Rough.
Yes.
I remember these from last year, though.
I know, and they're getting the stripes on there on that part. But Lovejoy, we can see the numbers,
yes,
so that's always it's a plus on that part, white with the blue.
This is Ayana Boyd at the line shooting 2.
I think she's been there for 7 years.
I know her sister was, she went to Tech and then went to
went to the transfer portal.
Went to a junior college.
Okay.
And then after that, I saw that she signed somewhere the other day, but I can't remember where it is for the life of me.
Okay. Lovejoy up 2-0 with 2 free throws right now, starting off the game with 2 nice shots.
And see there, you get that little face guard.
Wow.
Just a nice pass.
Those are not giants. We're just on a ground level right now. Don't be concerned about the gigantic people walking in front of the camera.
2-3 zone look for Forest Park right here.
That one's
pass
even
to the
worse.
Short corner. Off the back iron and no good.
You be an old basketball player. Did you like shooting from the side like that?
That was my favorite shot.
Were you always trying to touch the basket? I mean, the backboard?
No.
Nice. It wasn't a three-pointer. That was a two-pointer right there, tied up the game.
It's 4-2 now.
So you just try to get nothing but net on that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was I mean, if you want to be honest, that was how I learned to shoot.
Just by shooting the corners?
We always shot in the corners at the house.
Okay.
It's the easiest way to keep the ball from going.
Listen to you. Down the street?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. You just went to the grass.
Nice rebound. Forest Park on the break. Wide open shot right there from the right wing is long. Offensive rebound for Forest Park. Sets it back up. Shot clock resets to 25. Shot is short. Rebounded by Brianna Preston for Lovejoy. She pushes it up the court. Weaves in and out. A little bit of contact there. No call, but the rebound is taken by Forest Park and steps out of bounds. So Lovejoy will have the ball underneath, trailing 4-2 early in the first quarter here in Lovejoy, Georgia.
That we're aware of.
Oh yeah, I've done some just about everything in that gym. Played basketball.
You never wrestled though.
I did not wrestle.
So don't say everything, man.
I said just about.
Just about. You gave me the just about. I appreciate that.
Practiced football in there and baseball.
The first time I ever said practicing football in the gym, I was like, I'm up for it. And then halfway through it, I was like, this is a bad idea.
This is the worst thing I have ever seen. I have never seen anybody play defense like this. This is the most interesting. They've got their face guarding with their back to the ball. I don't know. Maybe it's something I need to research. Nice step back right there for Forest Park. Yikes, 6-2 lead. That was an excellent move.
Yeah, Lady Panthers up by 4 right now.
Staying in that 2-3 look. Doing a good job of closing off driving lanes. There's a jumper that's short. Forest Park all over the boards right here. And nice defense right there. Don't get a jump ball. Now we'll give the ball back to Lovejoy on alternating possession. I mean, it's crazy to me to look at Forest Park's roster and see 6 players on the roster.
That is correct, and you can see that from a bench perspective. They'll bring some JVs up right now. Between injuries and lacking where they go, that's what they have at this point.
And that was Brianna Preston with the long three-pointer, brings it to 6-5. Forest Park holding a 1-point lead. Nice pass right there. And the nice soft touch on the medium range jumper in the lane right there. Forest Park's doing a nice job of moving without the ball and getting nice shots. Nice job of just getting a straight entry pass into the elbow right there. Nice little 12-foot turnaround jumper brings it back to 8-7.
About 4 minutes left, halfway through the first quarter here at Lovejoy High School. I'm Bo McMichael, Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network.
So there's a rebound pulled down. And trying to dribble through the trap. Ball is still free. Forest Park will take it down for the layup. And a 10-7 lead right here. Cool.
Listen to you.
I know how that feels.
I know.
I mean,
You gave me that oof right there. Yeah.
It appears as though they thought that the ball had been touched. That was not the case. So 10-7 lead right here for Forest Park. Cross court pass. And nice little high screen. Euro step to the basket and 2 more. And right now, Forest Park is combating anything that Lovejoy tries to do to them on defense. Ball is quick entry pass into the foul line with a nice kick to the wing for the open 3, but it's a little bit long. Forest Park gathers a rebound. Back cut right there. Wow. They are all over it right now on offense. Back cuts, screen and roll. Nice pass inside right there. That's number 32, India McIntosh, on the short in the lane, about 12-foot jump shot, nothing but net. Forest Park leads here late in the first quarter, 14-9 over Lovejoy. Entry pass right there is going to be taken and stolen. There's that jumper again in the lane. Right now, it would appear like with 6 people on the roster, it would appear that Lovejoy would want to try to push the pace at every point that they could in the game to see if maybe that could work to their advantage late in the fourth.
And it sounds like it could, from a tiresome perspective. Have you checked the benches on both teams right now?
I have.
Okay.
And there's going to be a timeout right there. I think Forest Park's going to call a timeout. Up 16-11 with 1:46 here to go in the first quarter.
And just like that, we'll go ahead and throw over the game of the week breakdown between Forest Park. Ignore the P's and the O's, or my P's and the Q's on that part. It's just part of technology, not having friends with me. 7-1 and 7-2, 4-0 and 3-1. What was that Rockdale game like? Talk to me between Lovejoy and Rockdale.
Rockdale won 56-52.
Wow, must have been a game.
I mean, and it's wild because it looks like they, from what I'm reading right here, it looks like they won at Lovejoy.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like they went to Lovejoy and defeated Lovejoy, which is, no small task.
No, it isn't. There's not a lot of times that I've seen the Lady Wildcats lose at home, to say the least. But we're here on our Game of the Week breakdown here. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman in the first quarter, 16-11. Forest Park Lady Panthers taking down Lovejoy Lady Wildcats.
I really like what Forest Park is doing on offense. They're very spread, great spacing, and then when they cut to the basket, they cut to the basket with an intent to get the ball and score. So 16-11 after the layup right there for Forest Park. Still in the zone. Lovejoy going to try to overload one side of this zone right here. Now they're going to screen the bottom. Here comes a short corner down at the bottom. Tried to force it in the middle. Nice job of regaining that. Nice move into the paint. Short jumper is no good. Oh, great job of fighting for the rebound right there. The initial jumper by Lanaya Foster was missed. I'm trying to see who got the board. Anyway.
You're doing a great job, man.
I'm trying to see. I think that's Boyd at the line.
I bring you into all these things just so I can
laugh at me.
No, do other things and feel like I'm okay because I'm trying to multitask with something that decided to hiccup on us.
I understand.
And I'm just like, hey, let's see if we can do this.
2 for 2 from the line right there, and I think that was Jahila McDonald for Lovejoy that went 2 for 2 right there, bringing the game back to a 3-point lead for the Panthers. Nice screen and roll at the top, and there, they called 3 seconds in the lane. Holy smokes.
Listen to you. Yeah, like that 1776 right there, buddy. I did get that test over to you. Were you able to mess with it?
I got it.
Okay, good.
I did. I was able to.
I cleaned the turtles, and I was able to help you out, buddy.
That cracked me up so bad.
I appreciate that, man.
The turtles?
Hey, man, has certain jobs this person has in his job.
I understand. Staggered screen right there from Lovejoy against the zone. Got an open jumper from the elbow. Just off the side of the iron, out of bounds. Forest Park will take over as Lovejoy looks to maybe pick up the tempo right here with a full court press. It looks like it's just going to be token pressure right now where they just show it and go. But
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to start breaking you down here and making you explain some of your terminology. How do you feel about the second clock? Because this is your first full year.
We played last night was our 7th game.
Yep.
And we had our first shot clock violation
last
night. And it was one of those things where the ball went out of bounds a couple of times, and I think me included, because it was my fault.
Yeah.
I think we all got so caught up in trying to get the ball in and score.
That you weren't thinking about the shot clock.
We weren't looking at the shot clock, and that we rotated the ball around. Wow. Shot at the buzzer, no good, but it was one of those things where we lost, that concept of what the shot clock is, because it resets to 25.
Right.
You know, and right now it's not a perfect science. You'll see them, you know, the game clock and the shot clock have to work together.
Now, I will say this. I apologize for the football logo up there. I have not gone through withdrawals. I'm trying to reset something here, and I waited till the end of the quarter to reset that. You know, if I said I had basketball logos back up and running, that'd be nice. But I'm trying to get the stuff that we were working on and say, hey, let's get this back up and running. You know, the one thing I've learned is if you relax and do the things that you're supposed to, everything kind of helps out. But if you start panicking, crazy things happen. So with that in mind, let me see how good I am. I feel the need for speed. That's good. Let's see. Boom shakalaka. No, not just yet. We'll have to hope and wait for something else here. I'll let you go ahead and take away the game and go with yourself.
So a very well played first quarter, nice rhythm and flow to the game. Love to watch that where there's not too many whistles. I think that, you know, the style of play that both of these teams want to have is kind of accentuated by that. Forest Park gets the ball here to start the second quarter, gets the offensive rebound and gets the second offensive rebound, gets the putback, goes up 18-15. And right now, I'm saying that what Forest Park is doing on offense and the players that and their ability to work within the system and in a one-on-one set is giving Lovejoy fits. Now, right here, the zone, Lovejoy's got some good looks, hadn't been able to knock them down so far. But it's still just a three-point game early.
Once again, make sure you tune in to EdScore Sports 58 on Twitter. Make sure you're not a giant. It's a troll. If you watch the new movie on Netflix, that was pretty good right there. So
block and foul right there is going to send Forest Park to the line to shoot two.
I'd like to have a special thanks across the board to Joey Russo, Teddy Robinson, and Score 58 Network bringing this broadcast to you live from Lovejoy High School. Forest Park Lady Panthers taking on the Lady Wildcats. It is not 49-14. We apologize for that score.
It is, however, 19-15.
I know.
And
you were supposed to look at that.
Jada
kind of stuff
Brown,
on the screen.
I said it. I saw it, but you were talking. I was not going to be rude.
You can rude me all you want, buddy. I am just trying to make it through this and have things work out properly.
Jada Brown just went 1 for 2 at the free throw line for the Forest Park Panthers to increase their lead to 19-15.
Spent all this time working on artwork, and then suddenly nothing wanted to work. Oh, that was a good jumper right there.
I mean,
but it's still within, you know.
Well, it's a 6-point game, but, you know, you can take it for somebody that sees leads against their team a lot. You don't want to just keep saying it's a 6-point game this and it's a 8-point game that. You know, you got to kind of start answering some of these little mini runs that Forest Park's going on. And it's 21-15 right here. Lovejoy will take a ball out, you know, from the baseline.
Sorry for the pause. I'm just trying to work out something in my brain, and it did not plan out the way I needed it to.
Fadeaway jumper right there, and nicely done by number 23, Lanaya Foster. 4-point game. It almost looks like Lovejoy's trying to play. I mean, I can't even tell you what they're trying. For a second there, I wanted to say it was a triangle and two, but there were 3 people with their back turned. So I really don't know what it is. It looks like a 1-3-1. It looks like man-to-man. But looks like this is Nakora Patrick at the line for Forest Park shooting 2. First one's up and good. Jabria Lassane checks in for Lovejoy. And India McIntosh is back in the game for Lovejoy right here. Free throw is up and good right there for Patrick. 6-point leads reestablished right here for the Panthers. very aggressive out of their 2-3 zone. Nice job of screening the top, setting up the corner three, which is good right there.
Nice shot.
Lassane for three. Cuts the lead to 23-20 for Forest Park. And here comes nice job of setting a weave and then a double screen.
And they're trying to answer with another
Absolutely.
three themselves.
And
Rebound, Lovejoy.
ball swung across. Corner three again. And off the mark. Nice job underneath by Forest Park. Getting the rebound by Brown right there. Here comes, dribble's been picked up. Nice job of coming back to the basketball. Brown stumbles right there. Nice job of getting the ball away. Right now, nothing. They're going to call a walk. If you've ever been on that court, one thing I'll tell you is that you can slide on it. Just telling you.
Just telling you.
Been there and done that many times. Lovejoy back down 3 points. Screens the wing jumper right there, turned down by Foster.
Do you would call a lot of timeouts as a basketball coach there, Coach?
I want to.
But you hold off?
But, at certain points in time, we're very young, so sometimes you have to learn how to play through things. I've called some 20 or 30-second timeouts and some fulls, and then there's some times where I haven't. Like last night, probably should have called one.
And just held back, just trying to.
And it was it was close to the half. And
what was the final score last night? I hadn't saw it.
It was.
I didn't see it.
3 million. 73 to 31.
Okay.
We did not. We had 17 points at the end of the first quarter, and we scored 14 for the rest of the game.
Okay.
It was rough. It was a rough night after the first quarter.
Well, it's good to have a nice little practice off. Now, as we talk timeouts.
There it is.
Yeah, we get that little idea here. With that in mind, I'm gonna bring up the region standings right now, and the first thing I want to pop up is that this is the latter half, the bottom four: Jonesboro, Mundy's Mill, Alcovy. Apologize for the I guess I tried to make a Y and a T at the same time, and that didn't play out.
Alcovy.
So, yeah. It's 19.
There it is.
20,
Stop.
21. Sorry, man.
Stop.
I can go COVID-19. Morrow 3-5, Alcovy 4-3, Mundy's Mill 6-4, and Jonesboro 2-4. Overall, right now, Jonesboro is beating Mundy's Mill 11-9. If we look at the top four in the region, that's what's going on right now. We've got Rockdale County, Forest Park, Lovejoy, and Woodward. We got 2 versus 3. I mean, that's a
heck of a top four right there.
It really is. I mean, when you start digging into who's played what, you talk about this region standing. We saw it last year where we were like, okay, this region's changing up.
Wow.
And I'll pull up the top.
Is that Dunston on the runner right there? That was nice.
I want to pull up some basketball from last year and talk about these teams and where they ended up, just to kind of give a little bit of understanding.
I mean, right now, Forest Park is getting whatever they want. They're getting to the rim. There's going to be a jump ball right there. Alternating possession will put it to Forest Park.
Woodward won 5A and Lovejoy won 6A.
Yes, they did. And now they're all in the same.
And even to add to that, if I can get a little bit more information of if I have a chance here, I will. While you're calling this wonderful game, 25-20 here in second quarter. Lovejoy down to Lady Panthers. Somebody said house, and I said, no, it's not a brick house.
That is a great pass right there and a nice finish for number 2, Jabria Lassane, bringing the game back to a 3-point game. Forest Park has done whatever they wanted to do. Lovejoy has kind of survived right now, all of the second chance points. Nice, that's just a straight drive into the paint for a bank shot and a 27-22 lead. And then there's a nice pass and a nice job on defense right there. They're going to see that one out of bounds off Lovejoy and Forest Park's ball. Now, one of the things I'm kind of sitting here wondering is that, we've talked about the rotations, the bench rotation for Forest Park and how short that is. I'm wondering if Lovejoy is saving their full court press and all that stuff until the second half so that they can, you know, because right
really
now,
push it on that part.
There's a jump ball. It'll be Lovejoy's ball in alternating possession.
For those people that are already Lovejoy fans, you know where I'm going to go with this. Rockdale lost to Lovejoy in the championship, 71-56. So you talk about a little bit of
a little payback.
Little payback beating them at home on that part.
I was unaware, so that would make my statement sound all the more foolish about it being a I did not understand.
No, that's why I had to do my research real quick. I was like, okay, I didn't do my due diligence, and that's fine. I'll get to that here in a minute to be able to do that. But yeah.
I was unaware that Rockdale played in the finals last year. That's
they
impressive.
Did. They
and
did.
Then stepped right back up and said, all right, we'll just go 8-0 to start the year, and there's going to be a leak out right there. Nice job right there. Great defense by Lovejoy. And, I mean, it's just one of those things right now where, you know, just keep hanging around, and, you know, some of those shots will start to drop that you're missing in your offense. But, you know, their big answer right here is they got to figure this out right now. They're funneling Forest Park into the paint.
Oh, man, that's right. I forgot. Okay. I apologize. I think they lost to them in the semifinals.
Rockdale did?
Yeah, Rockdale lost to Lovejoy in the semifinals, yes. So the Woodward Forest Park lost to Woodward in the championship.
Did. I do remember that.
I got to do my due diligence. I apologize there, sports fans. Forest Park lost to Woodward, and Lovejoy beat Rockdale. So all these teams are in the same region now.
I think this is Michaela Arnold at the line for Forest Park. She makes one of two, pushes the lead to 4 here as we get closer to the half.
Halftime over at Mundy's Mill versus Jonesboro, 15-9. Lady Cardinals up against the Lady Tigers. We have the boys' nightcap after this one.
So 4-point lead. Forest Park has the ball. As you can see, I mean, there is no slowing down. And then right now, being able to get on the offensive glass and handle that, they're going to get the ball underneath right here again for a throw-in. Right now the ball goes up, and Forest Park is the faster and the more aggressive team to the ball off the backboard. There's an inbounds pass. Nice little playoff inbounds. Oh, that's a great job making the extra pass. Just making the extra pass, taking a good shot and making it a great shot. And it's 30-24 Forest Park. There's the drive defense played right there. Arnold on the block. Long three right there. Just long. Lovejoy in transition. That's number 5. Muldrow with the ball, swinging it around. Back up top to Muldrow. Drawing dish to the wing. Skip pass across. There's a long jumper, and it is just long. And that'll be the end of the first half. With your score, the Forest Park Panthers 30, the Lovejoy Wildcats 24.
Just like that, we'll take a pause here and come back with you here at the start of the second half. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network. Be right back here. Lady Panthers up 30-24 over the Lady Wildcats. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about 4 minutes away from the start of the second half here at Lovejoy High School. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, bringing a little fun and excitement here from the Wildcat, Hampton, Georgia, Clayton County. Craig, I know you're on here right now, and I'm going to ask you, if I was telling you in 2025 we're going to see this movie, tell me how pumped you are. Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10.
Are we getting another Conan movie?
I love that you went Conan like he was part of the late night show for Conan. That was good. Yeah, it looked like Conan Barbarian is doing that one part. And this summer, which one are you more excited to see? I'll throw it out there. Guardians of the Galaxy or Indiana Jones and 7?
I love all the Marvel movies, but I'm going to go see Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and
just
the Dial of
because
Destiny.
That is, I mean,
Buddy,
there are so many movie lines that get thrown around in my house that come from Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones movies, all the 80s, things, Star Wars, things like that, just so recently the phrase in my house is on your left.
It's definitely on your left, and for them to bring that back in the end game was one of the nicest. It's one of the ones that it has so much sentimental value for the people that have spent their time enjoying Marvel movies. I say that because we're getting to the holiday season where there's a lot of movies that come out. But these two movies that I throw up on the board right now, both of them are May and June movies, and we even have a new Transformer movie coming out. If anybody knows anything about Bo McMichael and his life of movies, they know that I enjoy a good movie. And in 3 days' time, we get Avatar.
No.
And you have no desire?
No.
Wow. Did you see the first one?
No.
Really?
Nope.
So you're the one out of a million people that didn't see it.
And the funny thing was, somebody asked me that the other day, and I said,
no. I don't even know if I can have a conversation. I feel like I'm talking to Adam Collins right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, it was.
Is there a reason why you're against Avatar, man?
No, I mean, I don't know if I would like it or not.
Okay, I appreciate you said no quick, so that's why I was asking these questions.
When I saw the first scene, I was like, I don't.
You meaning the first scene of Avatar?
No, when I saw the previews.
Okay.
When I was in the movie and I saw it, everybody around me was like, "That's Avatar," and I was like, "I don't know what an Avatar is." And I've had the chance to watch it and see some of it.
All right.
And it was always in the middle of the movie, and I just decided that I wasn't going to watch it. If I was going to watch it, I was going to watch it from the beginning.
Okay, and it's like a 7-hour movie.
Yes, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
You have to bring on your thought process with it and know that this is what I'm getting myself into.
And in Avatar's defense, it may be just exactly the same thing that the Avengers movies were, because I wouldn't watch them either. And I didn't watch Stranger Things until the end of season 2.
Okay, and then you bought in.
So my daughter finally talked me into watching Stranger Things, and I was like, why have I not watched this?
Well, I'm just saying, in 3 days' time, this movie that came out many moons ago, 2009, it's 2009. That's how many years ago there, math major?
2009?
2009.
13.
13 years, maybe? Yeah, give or take 22. And it became it outdid Titanic. Okay, same director.
I do remember that it was
widely popular.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember
popular.
that. And I'm just not. When I didn't have a chance to go see it, and it was one of those things where I was like, maybe not.
Okay,
But you know who likes it?
Who's that?
My middle daughter, Shelly, and my youngest, Cheyenne, both love it.
Well, we're going to rent a theater.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
I might have to watch Avatar.
But you're going to have to watch the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let you in. I'm going to ask questions, and if not, you have to leave.
I'll do that. I'll watch the movie.
Okay.
I mean, heck, you're talking to a guy that's seen every Twilight movie.
Brother, okay, hold on, man. I don't know if there's a button for that. Maybe this is right here. This is the button.
I mean, when you have girls, you have to watch.
Yeah, you're going to have to jump on that one, man. I don't know where you're going to jump to.
I mean, I have daughters, so
I know, but
hey, things I have
the worst thing is I don't have daughters, and I've watched all the Twilight movies.
Yeah, but when you play Van Halen's "Jump," my daughter would say, "That's the cat food commercial."
Yeah, listen to you. That's awesome. The best is listen to my sons sing Rick Astley, "Never Gonna Give You Up." All right, here we go. Let's get ready for the second half. I tell you, buddy. Third quarter of action,
Here we
30-24. Let's have a little fun. Sit back and enjoy.
This will be, this is going to be the interesting time right here to see how Lovejoy, what their changes are on defense right here. Are they going to stay in this awkward front, face guarding defense? Which, to be quite honest with you, I have no idea. This is almost like some literally weird triangle on 2. And then they're going to throw the ball away, and they're going to get the ball back. But I mean, this is some kind of junk defense. The guy that was the former basketball coach at the University of Virginia, Terry Holland, would be proud of this because he would run defenses like this against Lethal Weapon 3. I'm just curious to see when Lovejoy gets a made basket right here, do they put on the press? And we'll get to see early, and here it comes.
They're not. No press.
They look like they gave a little, we're going to show it, and then,
I'd like to know the history behind the 6 players on the team at this point.
That's one of those things where, you wake up every morning going, if this happens,
right,
and if this happens,
good turnaround jump shot right there.
We're pulling a little, my team is on the court from Hoosiers,
right,
playing 5-on-4. 32-26, Forest Park still in the lead. Lovejoy trying to overload this 2-3 zone. Get a screen from the wing. That's a nice defense right there. Reset, but the shot clock goes back to 24. And now here's Forest Park on the run, up 6. Pass to the wing, 3-pointer on the way. And it's just long. Rebound taken by Preston. Preston pushes it back up the court. And that, one of the things about the zone is that it, wow, nice move. Preston with the foul right there. He's going to send, I think that's Patrick to the line for 2. But one of the things, about the zone is it takes away, driving lanes for the most part if you don't reverse the ball quickly. And we saw in the opening possession, Lovejoy had a baseline drive and a dish in the middle of the paint for an easy 2-point shot, and they haven't had anything that easy since then other than a breakaway layup. Second free throw is up and good, and the lead is pushed to 8 at 34-26 for Forest Park. It looks like a little ambush right here. That had to be a shot clock thing.
That's what you're going with?
Either that or they looked at the wrong lines on the court, but I'm pretty sure it's a shot clock. That was a shot clock thing.
Those senior photos done by 1-4 Visuals, Jennifer L. Colbert.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
In association with Score 58 Network, Lovejoy reached out. We were able to help out. Hopefully there's a poster out there that commemorates the 2021 state champions. I'm going to see if that's on the board. I'll talk to Joey Bag of Donuts and see if he can zoom in on that during the next break. I think that might be it right there.
There it is.
We'll see.
And Forest Park gets the easy deuce right there and pushes the lead to 10.
That's my only regret. I don't have a lot of regrets in the old high school world, but I'd like a poster of myself. That'd have been nice.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can arrange to find that jersey.
No, I mean, I got that jersey in there, man. I'm not messing with that, but it'd be nice to have a full-size, a good 5-foot poster of myself in my uniform. I mean, I can imagine how big your head would look on that, too.
Oh, it would be gigantic.
I'm telling you, man, with the number 9 jersey on that.
So Forest Park with a spurt right here, a little 6-0 run, has gotten the lead up to 36-20 or 38-26.
A little 12-point lead right here in the third
now
quarter.
The throwaway, and you can see right there a nice little layup, breakaway layup right there for Lovejoy.
Yep.
And when you look at that was Foster with the layup. There was no real challenge right there from Forest Park because you can't really give away fouls. You have to be very, smart about how you give away fouls in this, thing. Wow, I mean, they're feeding this ball into the paint, and that's right into where Forest Park wants it, because that's about the third time they've gotten the ball in there, and it's been returned to sender.
Address unknown.
There it is.
No such number, no such zones, man. You're not allowed to talk the rest of the night for you to be able to punch that out, man. If we had a good music mixer, we'd be throwing that song out right now.
I mean,
oh,
nice dish down low. Really, really nice job on defense.
Do jump.
But how can it be a jump when
they're not giving it?
They're going to call a foul right there? No, I think they called a jump ball.
And they did in the possession error.
That's my biggest pet peeve about being a basketball coach is that, number one, you see things and you know this is refereeing, officiating basketball is harder than officiating football because it's happening so fast.
Okay, brother, you got to be quiet about that here in the state of Georgia right now. With a lot of people dealing with backlash.
No, I'm not even going to discuss
I appreciate
that.
No, I didn't even have it on my run list, man. We're good. Deep three.
Good.
Ooh, nice shot.
And that is Lassane again. Her second three.
Nice. 38-31.
12-point lead has evaporated into a 7-point game on a quick 5-0 spurt by the Wildcats. And now that's what, play solid defense without reaching.
I tell you one thing, I don't slam any high school or anything like this in this situation, but as a kid that grew up in the 90s, the one thing I enjoyed was basketball season.
Oh, yeah.
It was to show up to the game, come in, be able to be noisy and loud and have fun, with the girls and the boys.
And we had some great student sections, even though we didn't have a lot of great basketball teams.
We had people that we all knew each other.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was the thing, where you have that 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. And every now and then Lovejoy will roll that in. But this is a pretty big matchup. And so I sit back and go, I couldn't imagine the concept of that. And I know times have changed, money.
Wow.
Wow.
How do you do? Spinning, turnaround, fall away jumper.
Yeah, I don't have anything on that replay. That's about all I could show on that one because that caught me off guard.
Good. Yikes.
Wow. That's all I can say.
That was a beautiful shot.
Oh, look, he's listening to the thing. Those are the two different teams right there. I wonder where the state championship is. See if you can find that.
Did I just see the volleyball team?
Yeah, that was from the fall. We did that too.
They had royal uniforms?
If we could replay that, I would. Let's see if he finds it. There's that and that. No, I think it might be behind you, old man. Joey's 50, so we got to hold in with him, and he's all delayed. So, but that's courtesy of Jennifer Colbert and the senior photos.
Those are
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's done a great job with that. My input she does not take, so that's good. No, she doesn't. She just smiles at me and nods her head. That's the most important thing she could do with me in that situation.
That's the way my basketball team does me.
28-20, Jonesboro over Mundy's Mill.
Wow.
I want to remind everybody, hey, stay with us. We got the 7:30 tip-off between Mundy's Mill Tigers versus Jonesboro. Live from Jonesboro. We'll talk a little bit about men's basketball here in Region 8, 6A. Going to be a lot of fun to be able to do that. Most expensive thing you ever bought at a concession stand in high school?
In high school?
Did you ever get the nachos? Or
yes, absolutely.
You never got the hot dogs, though, did you?
I did not eat a lot of hot dogs.
I hope not, man.
I did eat a lot of nachos.
Yeah.
Rebound right there by Kennedy Harley.
40-34 here in the third quarter.
There's a foul, and Lovejoy will go to the free throw line. Looks like that's number 23, Lanaya Foster, that'll head to the line right here. And it may not be because, eyes and all that stuff.
Can be deceiving.
My eyes are
Fickle
just
beast. I see raccoons. No, those were not raccoons. All right there, George. You're right, man. I was picking them out mailboxes left and right.
First free throw is good. Makes it a 5-point game right here, and that is Foster at the line for the Wildcats.
Glad to have everybody with us here on the Score 58 Network, streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, and the National Federation of High School Sports.
Foster 2 for 2. And the lead has shrunk to 4. So what was a 12-point lead has now dropped to a 4-point lead, but they can't really get it underneath that. It stays at that 4 to 6 range, and every time it looks like they're going to get away, make a little run, Forest Park is there to answer, and then they got them with what we call an ambush. They dropped the two front defenders on the top of the 2-3 and just, rushed the guard as she came across half court, getting the steal. And now here's what Lovejoy would really like to do, be out in the open
Now
court.
you got to make that shot.
Run. Foster on the miss right there. But the game is speeding up, and you got to know that, well, there's nobody covering somebody in the lane right here. And Lovejoy dodges two, chances right there for Forest Park to get the lead back up in the double digits. And there's the shot. And here comes the leak out and just loses it out of bounds. So it's 42-36 right here as we get some late third quarter subs in. Preston's back in the game for the Wildcats. Preston takes the handoff. There's the high screen. Stack screens.
Oh, Levi's turnover right now.
Nice job of hustling back.
I think if they keep within 8, start of the fourth quarter, it's a ball game.
Well, it's 6 right now with possession. Forest Park has basically kept Lovejoy at arm's length.
All right, I'm going to ask this question, and you can talk a little bit for me. Oh, goodness
Nice
gracious.
pass.
She did everything she could to get that pass out.
There's a jump ball. That's going to be Forest Park's ball, right?
No,
it's Lovejoy's.
Lovejoy. They didn't pass over on that part. 47 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. I'm gonna throw a question out to you in the start of the fourth quarter on a little break. I'll just kind of button your seatbelt down there. I'm going to do the ask me as many questions as you can, and I look forward to doing that little AMA.
Ask me a little. Ask me anything.
Ask me anything, buddy. I listen to that every night, every day when I get a chance on 92.9 The Game. I enjoy me some McMichael and Andy Bunker.
Andy and Randy.
Yeah.
So a couple fouls right here. You're getting to see just about every permutation of of Lovejoy's inbounds plays right here. Corner 3 is just long. The ball went out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Wildcats right here. Got a sub coming in right here. That's Foster coming back in the game. They're going to get the ball into Foster. On the wing, she turns. Dribbles, kicks it off in the key to the baseline.
She doesn't want to take it up close, man.
Kind of a, try to look like a weave right there. Nice move right there.
Great one-handed layup. That's for the Lady Panthers.
And it goes to 8-point game again.
They'll get that last shot here before the buzzer.
And there it is.
No, it's not on point.
Oh. Drops it at the buzzer and the lead is 5. So the lead had grown to as many as 12 in the quarter. And as it ends, Lovejoy shaves a point off of the lead because it was a 6-point lead at the half.
All right, we got 1 minute. All right, talk to me a little bit about from a coaching perspective. I don't ever want to question coaches, so I'm not questioning that. I'm asking you right now. You're playing against 6 players. What are you doing on your end if you see that they only have 6 players? Coach, go ahead and give me
your initial thought is we're gonna try to speed the game up to make them run. What Forest Park has done really well right here is they've played a zone.
Okay.
And so they're making Lovejoy work for everything on possession. It's not an up and down game. A little bit at the end of the third right there.
Because neither team is in foul trouble.
No.
Based on I have not seen free throws. I mean, if anything that they've played where they're like, we're not going to get in foul trouble. We only got 6 players.
And that's exactly what Forest Park has to do. Like I said, that Lovejoy had the breakaway layup. The girl from Forest Park was like, nope.
No, I'm not.
Enjoy your 2 points because
Right.
I can't give this foul up.
No, it's not something
And
that you can.
And it shows how well they're coached.
Yeah,
because they right now understand this is where we're at.
Right.
We don't, and there's nothing
They
we
were
can do
going to
about
play a
it.
game early in the season, and the game got canceled because they didn't have enough players. And I really didn't come to the realization until this game right now. Going into the fourth quarter of action, bag of donuts when you get a chance there, Joey. Whoa, Russo. Little give me the break, and Russo brothers. Change that thing over to the fourth quarter when you get a chance. I know he's listening to the game, so he'll flip that over here live from Hampton, Georgia.
I mean, this is a little bit different defensive pressure than we've seen the whole
And they
game.
might decide that, hey, we're going to put this on the fourth quarter.
I mean, but that right there is just,
Goodness
you
gracious.
can't play better defense than that. That's just better offense.
It is. Well, it's making the baskets when it counts.
I'm just, that's one of those things like.
In your face, I'm going to go ahead and drill it right now.
Turnaround jumper, and we have a foul right here. They're going to call it.
Our next
On
game
the
will
shot.
be starting approximately 7:30 between Jonesboro versus Mundy's Mill. And the boys' action of our Game of the Week action here on Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with us. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, bringing you some basketball action live from Clayton County. A little doubleheader.
Free throw up and good.
46-39. Oh, hey, look, Joey, appreciate that, buddy. You're in the zone, man. 46-40, fourth quarter of action.
Oh, wow.
I
think that might have been Foster's first miss from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, we just had our first nice little digital mishap.
I mean, but right now I'm just interested in, going back to the discussion about the 6 players on the roster. Just look at what Forest Park's doing right here. There's no stress.
No.
I mean, this is what they do. I mean, they've done a great job of moving the basketball.
What I'm wondering is, from a practice perspective, you got your JV, okay? You've got to be able to scrimmage, okay, to a point. Like, how many players you got on your team, Coach?
14.
Okay, so you're able to scrimmage.
Yes.
Okay, so my only scrimmage that ever exists was Coach Steve Price.
There you go.
Yeah. And that's my only knowledge of 7th grade basketball. So
Wow.
I don't have much knowledge past. Oh.
Yeah. Wow. And that's just a deep 3. And, I mean, what looked like to be a surefire foul. And then Lovejoy runs the court right there, and that's Preston with the left-handed layup.
48-42 here in the fourth quarter.
So they can give her a 3 on that?
I don't know if he's put in the number just yet. Let's just be positive.
Okay.
Joey will catch up. He'll look up on the score. He's multitasking.
Well, I'm sure of that. So, nice. I mean, that right there is that's a great set from Forest Park. It didn't translate into points, but the double staggered screen right there. And now we got this corner 3, and it's good. And
Okay,
it's
we're watching-
49-45.
We're watching a really good game.
This is
it's not bad.
And it's high level.
It is. I mean, we're at 6A ball, back and forth. Top ranges teams. Both teams are going to be going to state one way. I mean, you look at the top in this region. I'll tell you a secret. Okay, you want to hear a secret?
Well, the secret is you don't want to play any of the top 4 teams in this region.
They're going to call a timeout here. All right. No, they're just bringing in subs.
Changing. We'll get the 1.
5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. But I will say this. The region tournament could be possibly at Jonesboro High School.
Oh, that would be.
And we'll have all of it.
That would be great.
Here on the Score 58 Network. We will. We're testing out all our angles here at Jonesboro. Been doing that for the past 3 weeks, making sure, hey, if we got this game, how well could we just
nice
do that?
Defense right there. That is great defense, great hustle. Getting on the floor, there's a jump ball. Just an outstanding job of help side defense right there for Lovejoy. I believe that was number 32, India McIntosh. Coming across the lane, Ball's put in play. Here comes Preston. Right at the top of the key, takes it in, gives the kick out to the right baseline. Shot is good.
Shot on the side right there.
Shot was made by Ayana Boyd.
To take
And
that
we
on the
have a
baseline.
2-point game.
And they're called a foul?
Yes.
Reach in?
That is a arm bar. Got that arm out there like that. I see that about 13 times a game. Feels like. And now we have a timeout.
All right, when we have that timeout, I love Mr. Russo bringing that in here, 49-47 with 4:40 remaining. Talk to me a little bit about, from a basketball perspective, of what you're seeing happen from the first part of the game to the end of the game right now.
Well, right now there's an increased intensity on the defensive end for Lovejoy, and that's a really cool poster right there.
That's what we did.
That is a really cool poster right there.
Russo, bring that back when you get a chance, old man.
That was.
That's what I wanted to show off. He finally found it, so we'll give that back to you. That's what I was talking about.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
That right there is
he
really
found
nice.
it and grabbed that. I was looking down and doing some artwork. My bad.
But I think Lovejoy has tried to up the tempo by their offensive game. They are getting the ball and running.
Okay.
And here comes a steal. And we got a tie game. And now you got one person back, so now you're going to have to throw the ball in, and you throw it into a post player, which is not ideal, but nice
they were
job.
able to shift it off right now to be
Yeah.
able to do it, 49-49.
But like I'm saying, you're seeing a much different. This really looks like the triangle and two right here. And that was a great shot. Great job on the rebound right here. Foster pushes it in the lane, gets to the left.
That's amazing. Absolute. I mean, even Pink Hoodie got excited about that.
Pink Hoodie is all over the place now.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Nice defense right there.
Lovejoy
Rebound comes
takes
to the
the
other
lead.
end, and there's going to be a foul. And that's Foster again. And she right now, when it was in that lull, she kept them in the game. And now her and Preston and Boyd have been huge here in the fourth quarter. And they have erased a 12-point deficit, and they lead 51-49 with 3:50 to go here in the fourth.
All right, if you were ever to say, hey, what's the purpose of us hanging through on the Score 58 network and saying, hey, we want to join this. Oh, look at him. He giving us a nice fade. And that's where you get that logo right there. That's good. 2022, 2021, 2022 state champions.
I like that. That's a great look.
Yeah, they did a great job. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate it, buddy. That's why you got headphones on that part. If we bring up, this is the men's top right now of what you're about walking into here. Jonesboro's 5-1. Mundy's Mill is sitting at 6-3. Sorry for the orange and the orange. Lovejoy's sitting at 3-4, and Woodward 7-2. But it's all about the region standings. So Lovejoy and Mundy's Mill sitting at 2-2 across the board. Should be a great matchup. Looking forward to that. Make sure you tune in with us here after this particular game. Jonesboro's beaten Mundy's Mill Lady Tigers 37-27 so far in the fourth quarter. Here we go.
So this is a big possession right here for
They
Forest
go up
Park.
by 4 for Lovejoy. Be interesting to see how they handle it.
Nice move.
Nope. Rebound. Forest Park. Great job.
See now, I mean, that's if you're Lovejoy, if you're Coach King, you're not mad at that shot at all. But that's just a nice runner through the lane, and we're back tied at 51.
I might even not be able to do that with my boys guarding me.
But this is what we knew we were going to get.
I know, but it's so nice to have that towards the end of the game.
3.
Off the mark, rebound. Going to go to the foul line.
That's number 32, India McIntosh, with the offensive putback. Didn't get the bucket.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Got the foul.
Did you see what's on their jerseys?
I have not.
Oh, you got to notice that. They don't have love. They just got joy.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I just
It should
noticed.
say the joy.
Yeah. Like where they go do the borough?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I had all kind of cool ideas for football uniforms when I was there, and for what should be on the helmet, but that was not going to happen.
Yeah. If I was ever to run a football team, I would raise money. There would be a helmet decal organization.
Yes.
That where I could just change decals as much as I wanted to.
That was a nice job of getting the offensive rebound. Shot clock didn't reset.
I will say this: if you stay tuned with us on the Score 58 Network to watch Jonesboro versus Mundy's Mill, we got 4 camera angles.
Oh,
so
that sounds like
fun. You're going to have fun watching this there, Craig. We'll see how well.
Nice kick to the corner.
Barrett runs
nice double.
Did she double dribble?
She did. Once she caught the ball hit her hand and went to the floor, and then she picked it up. They counted that as a dribble.
I think I'm going to make a logo that just has my face on it so I can.
Don't make one that has my face on it.
No, but I'm going to have a logo just, it'd be good.
Short on the 3 right there.
Oh, out of bounds.
That's going to be Lovejoy basketball.
51-51 here in the fourth quarter. We might see some overtime here. If we saw overtime, I'm not complaining.
And if you're Forest Park, the last thing you want to hear is overtime.
No, because you don't have the energy.
It's just one of those things where.
But neither team are in foul trouble.
No.
Based on that.
Foster with the ball on the wing, going to fake the handoff to Preston. Down in the baseline, little run, drops it off.
Oh, she got punched. Forest Park looks like they're in trouble a little bit. Great rebound by the Lady Panthers, throwing it down deep for a person that was injured. She's going through.
Oh, wow.
Oh, great play. Going to call a timeout.
So they do get the timeout, and they take the lead at 53-51.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in here on the Score 58 Network. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here, showing you a little Lovejoy Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Panthers of Forest Park, live from Hampton, Georgia. Lovejoy and Forest Park are all tied up here, 51-51. Great game. Glad you could tune in with us here. We're a little Region 8, 6A ball. Both these teams were in the Final Four/championship games. Both Lovejoy and Forest Park had a chance to play in the state championship last year in different regions. Deep 3, didn't call net nor rim, so it's not in. Looks like it's going to be Lovejoy ball. Reset the shot clock. Glad to have you all with us. We got about a minute 39 based on Joey's great videography skills. Bringing us some action here. Going to go live at 7:30 for Jonesboro versus Mundy's Mill. Tigers, stay with us. Missed the shot. Rebound Forest Park, going to throw it deep. Going to get it out of bounds. Back to Lovejoy. Lovejoy is going to take it the other way and say, hey, can I match it? Jump shot off the rim. Forest Park ball. This is going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to go down to the buzzer. She's considering the 3, and she said, bang, boom, shakalaka. Get the bananas ready. I need a float or a split. They're up by 56-51. Forest Park up by 5. Trying to answer with another 3. Oh, my goodness. I'll bring in Craig. Craig, glad to have you back with us because gosh knows I don't need to talk that long. 56-54, less than a minute to play.
Now, this is the beautiful thing about this is the reason why I like the shot clock.
because it pushes it?
But, well, you can't just hold the game.
Okay. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
Can you give me? I've seen it.
1994.
Buddy, I saw it in 2000 and something.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it up top. North Forsyth girls had a team. Final score, 10-8.
Yeah. Okay. So, my senior year, we're playing on Saturday night, and we play Riverdale, and beat Bostic and all those dudes over there.
Yeah.
And win the sub-region. And on the other side of our region is the #1 team in the state, Carver Columbus, and I got 3 7-footers. And they lost to McIntosh because McIntosh held the ball. And we had to play Carver
to get into the state.
And they beat us by 41.
But what was the score to that?
It was a like 36,
okay,
34 or something like that.
For
But
them
they held
to
it.
hold, I mean, to hold it that way. Timeout. Forest Park
Got it front court.
But
and
when I
called
was,
timeout.
it was 2-0 at halftime.
Yeah, my mom.
I was dumbfounded.
My mom used to tell horror stories because she played on the state champion team at Forest Park.
Okay, Forest Park. That's right.
And whatever it was, 70.
Don't say names, man.
No, I understand what
I
you know.
know.
But my mom, she would tell horror stories about how teams would hold the ball and win games 4-2.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, why would you? I mean,
but it takes skill because you're trying to figure out. I mean, I was watching the four corners.
Yes.
And I was like, what am I watching? And I was filming it. And it's before broadcast for me. And I was like, holy Toledo. Well, it blew my mind.
They had an ACC tournament, an ACC championship game on the other day, and it had Michael Jordan and Ralph Sampson and Dean Smith went into the four corners at like 8 minutes to go in the second half.
Yep.
And I think they touched the ball. Virginia had one more offensive possession. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, hence the shot clock, but I mean, it definitely changes that up. Oh,
there's going to be Lovejoy's ball.
That is.
That was a really nice job of understanding who they were trying to get the ball to on defense. 2-point game right here. There's the handoff. Oh, nice move right there. And the jumper is good. And we are tied at 56. And that is a timeout for the Lovejoy Wildcats.
Coach King says, hey, let's do a
full
timeout.
Timeout with 22.9. So now.
Look at the fouls. 3 and 1. I mean, there really hasn't. When you described what Forest Park's goal was, they're like, we're not going to attack.
No,
we can't. We're not going to. We're not going to try to. Because we've been in games, and I've watched games where, I mean, we could get in this Jonesboro Mondays Mill matchup here at 7:30 where it's just going to be back and forth.
People are going to be running.
On the foul line and everything to be able to do that. And Mondays Mills brought it in 34-37 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty close game. We'll see what happens with the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Tigers.
So now if you're Forest Park.
Oh, no, that's ball game. My bad. Sorry.
Do you play for the last shot?
All right, 35 seconds on the clock.
No, there's only 23 seconds
Right.
left. So the shot clock is off. So I'm thinking right now that, you know, there's got to be something that you have. And here comes the full court press for the first time, and they got to run out, and they're going to shoot a layup.
Yep, and they're going to.
What a great job of being prepared for that. You get timeout Lovejoy right here. Just an outstanding job by Forest Park being ready for the press and getting a relief outlet pass and then setting up a 2-on-1 break.
And not letting up.
I mean, 58-56 right here. I mean, I don't even want to think about the amount of conditioning that went into, being ready to play this season with 6 players.
Well, they did have 7 at one point. I'll have to do my research to figure out where we're at.
So I'm curious as to what Lovejoy's plan is right here. It would seem like you would want Preston to get the ball with the opportunity to create, but Foster has been, the clutch player down the stretch. Now, do they put Lassane in the game to sit in the corner? And here comes man-to-man. Throw the ball back, so the clock starts. So we're at
not much time. They're going to go for a
She's
three.
going for the three. Long.
That's it. Ball game.
And Forest Park holds on to win
58-56.
58-56. Unbelievable.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in here. Great game. It's the reason why we said it's going to be the game of the week. We wanted it to be the game of the week. Forest Park Lady Panthers take down Lovejoy Lady Wildcats 58-56. Hey, but there's always a rematch. They get to go to Forest Park and play there as well. Ooh. So sit back and enjoy. Get ready for our second game. We'll come back on this same network. We'll be right back.